In addition to Dragon Kid, there is another voice that I've been providing for the show, and I would like to ask you a question about Bad Luck Girl. She has some bad luck. So who is she? What is her story?
At first, I'd like to insist, at least me, I recognize her, not bad luck girl. She is good luck girl. Because she was escaped by Sky High, or 彼女はいつもいろんなヒーローの間近に見てて、基本的にグッドラックが。
Yeah, she's lucky because she gets to see all these heroes like really up close.
That's really true.
で、質問にお答えすると、
Answering the question now.
バッドラックガールっていうのは、僕らスタッフの、一つの遊び心なんですね。
So it came out of just playing, the staff playing with the anime. That's how she was born.
で、皆さんがそれぞれに想像して、楽しんでもらえるキャラクターであったらいいなと思ってます。
So I wish that like she would be a character that everyone could think about or imagine about and enjoy.
で、個人的にはですね、バッドラックガールの目線でのそのストーリーを再構築してタイガー&バーニーを見せるとかいうのができれば、それはそれであれば面白いかなとは思いますね。
And personally, I like to do a story where we could watch an anime through the eyes of the bad luck girl and watch the entire story of Tiger Bunny through her eyes.
It would be like a roller coaster ride.
All right, our next question. Bad Luck Girl and Guildenstern are dead.
I have a question, if I might. With any creative process, and especially with a series like this, where you start maybe and where you end up might be slightly different, or you have ideas that you have to sort of change or get rid of along the way. I was just wondering if you had anything like that, where you had a character, an idea, or something in the plot line that you were working with in the middle of the process, but then by the end of it, it didn't fit with everything else, you had to scrap it.
So I can talk that topics many hours, and it's maybe gone forever. So now I focus on some points. まず最初にそうですね、虎鉄、主人公の虎鉄の設定を、いろいろどうしようかっていう話を、もう何年もしてる中で。
So in all the 何年
もしてきたんですね。
Yeah, so in all we were thinking about the main character Kotetsu, about his settings, like what kind of character to make him for about 2 or 3 years.
で、虎鉄っていう主人公が、本編の中ではアポロメディアという企業に、所属する、サラリーマンヒーローなんですけど。
So he's like a businessman hero who works for Apollon Media.
で、実は過去に虎鉄が小さい会社のヒーローを営む会社の社長という設定も面白いんじゃないかっていうふうには社長。
So before we were planning to have him be a president of a small company that he works for himself.
サラリーマン中小企業の社長の悲哀というか、そういったところを描ければ面白いかなっていう話もあったし。
Like a sad そこの社長、中小企業の社長でちょっと悲しい。Yeah, so we wanted to like represent like a businessman who is like not sad or depressing, but it's like a mid-class range company that expresses the sadness of businessmen. Or office worker, like I'm sure you guys would know.
あるいは完全にフリーなヒーローでどこの企業にも属さずに一匹狼でヒーローをするっていうのも面白いかなという話もありましたね。
Or we had an idea of having him like a free agent hero where he's just like a lone wolf, is not involved with any companies.
あと、それ以外のキャラクターでいうとシリーズを通して、 まあ、結果全員のキャラクターが、生き残っているんですけど、
あ、そういう、
今本編25話では全ヒーローが死なずに生き残ってますよね。
Oh yeah. So at the end of the story, if you guys have all seen it, you'll notice that all the heroes don't die.
でもあるキャラクターが最後まで生き残れるかどうか、僕ら作り手もね、本を一緒に作りながら、ドキドキしてた時期はありました。
But 死ぬかもしれないと思ってた。
そうそう、死ぬ、まあどのヒーローのうちの誰かが、死んでしまうかもっていう流れになったってこともあったんです。
And actually, there was a time when one character among the heroes could have died in the story, and so we were all working on it, like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna die?
ロックバイソンとか、あとは折り紙サイクロンとか。
Such as Rock Bison, or origami cyclone.
まあでも無事全ヒーローが最後まで生き残れてよかったです。
But I'm glad all the heroes survived.
Next question, please.
I actually have a question for you, based in part on my character and dealing with all the sponsorship and you know, the heroes having sponsors and stuff like that. I'm just curious on the show if you've ever had any really interesting requests by the sponsors for your storylines or, you know, love stories or more screen time or things like that.
結論から言うとスポンサーからの、そういった要望っていうのは、ありませんでした。
So, to make a long story short, no, there was actually nothing from the sponsors.
多分タラの期待してた答えとはちょっと違うんですけど、
I'm sorry, I'm sure Tara had a different answer in mind.
実は、スポンサーにこの作品に、タイアップしませんかっていうプレゼンテーションをした時には、お話のもう25話のシノプシスが出来上がってました。
So actually, when we went to the sponsors to ask them if they wanted to have sponsorship in the show, when we did a presentation, we already had all the synopses for 25 episodes done.
その全部のストーリーとか各ヒーローの出番の回数とか、それを全部スポンサーにプレゼンテーションした上で、まあ、タイアップしてもらってます。
And then so we even had details on which heroes or how much screen time which each hero would have when we presented to the sponsors. So they already knew how much. Yeah.
ですから、まあ、例えばロックバイソンに、スポンサーしている牛角という会社がいるんですけど、
So there's Gyukaku who sponsors Rock Bison.
別にシリーズ途中で、どうしてロックバイソンの出番が少ないんだっていうクレームはなかったです。
So it's not like Gyukaku came up to us and said, "How come Rock Bison doesn't get more screen time?"
はい。
Yeah, I have a question. With everything that goes into making a show this fun, with this much action, with the great character interaction and everything, do you have personally a favorite part, a favorite story about creating or developing a show like this for Tiger and Bunny?
非常に難しいクエスチョンです。difficult question.
Besides creating my character.
まあでも本当にどのシーンもすごく思い入れがありますし、まあ、監督と、まあ、ライタースタッフ、あと、まあ、僕ら、全てのスタッフで一緒に作り上げてきた作品なので、本当にどのキャラクターもどのシーンも、思い入れがあって答えるの非常に難しいですね。
Yeah, like all, including me, like the director, the staff, everyone, we all work together on this anime. So obviously we're attached to all the scenes. So it's a really difficult question.
でもやっぱり個人的に感情移入しやすいのは小鉄というキャラクターですね。
But personally, it's really easy to get into the feelings of Kotetsu, the main character.
僕自身も サラリーマン的な会社の中でそういう虎鉄のような悲しみを普段感じてますんで。
Because after all, like I am a businessman myself who works for a company, so I do share the feelings with Kotetsu of the sadness of working for somebody.
で一つだけ、タイガー&バニーの世界観を置いといてやっぱタイガー&バニーを、世に出せてよかったなと思うのは本当にこうしてUS のダブも作ってもらって、キャストの皆さんと一緒にステージに立てて皆さんと一緒にこうやってパネルを開けるっていうのが本当やっててよかったなと思います。
But the best part about releasing Tiger and Bunny is like moments like now where I get to meet this cast of Tiger and Bunny, like the English version, like they'll make an English version, and of course to see all the fans here at like and do a panel. So.
One last question for Ozaki-san.
Go ahead.
Real quick. It seems like, especially I've noticed with my character, I see some similarities between Barnaby and maybe an American superhero. And it seems that there were some similarities in some of the heroes to some American heroes, but they're also very Japanese. Were you inspired at all by any American comic book heroes, or did you find it a way to join, Japanese sensibilities and American superhero sensibilities?
Good question.
いや本当にすごく今の質問って僕いい質問かなと思ってて。
That is a really good question.
実はね嬉しく思ってます。
And I'm happy you asked it.
というのは僕自身やっぱりアメコミのスーパーヒーローもかなり好きでして。
Because after all, I do love American comic superheroes.
でさらにアメリカのバディムービーもすごく好きです。
And I like American movies that have like buddies, duos.
で日本のヒーローも小さい頃からすごく見てましたんで。
And I used to watch like Japanese heroes TV shows too when I was a kid.
で監督もやっぱりアメコミヒーロー好きだし、そういった僕らのこれまで見てきた作品だったりヒーローのいろんな、混ざったエッセンスがタイガー&バニーの各ヒーローに現れてると思うんですごくこういう質問は嬉しいなと思いますね。
And not only me, but like the director also loves American comics and superheroes. So it's like Tiger and Bunny it shows our love for all the shows that we watched as a kid, like including American comic hero shows and Japanese hero shows. So I'm really happy you asked that question.
Thank you guys.